So the very last step we need to do to our Whoville project here is to go ahead and color. When you color with your crayons, make sure you're really choosing some bright colors of crayons. If I were thinking about Dr. Seuss, I don't think dull, I think bright. He's one of those artists who tends to be really, really super colorful, and so you really want to get a little wild with these colors as you're coloring it. Okay, so maybe I make the gate into Whoville to be bright pink. Now as I go to color it, because this gate has been cut, you'll notice I keep moving my fingers to kind of hold the gate down as I color. Because if I'm not really careful, it's really easy to rip through your paper, and we don't want to have that happen. So maybe with that pink, I might do some orange on the inside there to really make it pop, give it a little bit of 3D effect. I have a spot over here that I didn't cut perfect. Maybe I'll make that orange too. Maybe I'll take a little bit of purple down here at the bottom for that last 3D pop. And then I'm going to think about the snow down here too. The snow, I don't want to leave perfectly white. I'm going to go ahead and pull some blue into the snow. Maybe we've got a big pile of it in front of the gate and then another pile in front of the tree. And so I'm going to put in some curves of nice colored snow there so that we can kind of see that blue on the snow. Maybe this back here, the wall is purple. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to color this entire layer. Once I get the front layer all colored, then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to color the inside of the foreground. And when I've got the inside of the foreground all colored, then I'm going to move into my middle ground. And I'm going to color the first side of the middle ground, and then I'm going to color the second side of the middle ground, and finally I'll move into my background. And so there's a lot to color here because essentially we're coloring both sides of each page. And so there's a lot to do. So don't give up on this one early. Now, I like to color this with my crayons, but if you'd prefer your markers or your colored pencils, by all means go ahead. But you can see now there's my foreground. So now I would flip it over and I would color my foreground on the other side. And then I'm going to color my middle ground with my Dr. Seuss houses, and I'm going to flip it open and I'm going to color my middle ground on this side. And then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and color my Christmas tree and Mount Crumpet and my Grinch and the sky. And then I'll be all finished. So go ahead and color.